A new study reveals that humans can actually feel sympathy for robots.
Yeah, you don't even have your sex robot yet, and I already pity it.
It's John and Hannah on ThinkTank. Thanks for joining us once again. So we talk often about robots. I like talking about them. And we talk about the ability of humans in the future to bond with robots, to feel some sort of emotional connection, perhaps for the elderly who need like a companion, or a young guy who needs a companion. And this new research implies that that sort of emotional bond might be possible in a specific way. And so they were looking into the ability to empathize with perceived pain that robots are experiencing. So for the study, a group of psychologists and engineers from Toyohashi University of Technology and Kyoto University analyzed how the brains of 15 healthy adults reacted to seeing human-like robots in pain.
That's good. They had a big sample size so that they can
Exactly.
generalize it to the population at large.
It's a beginning. I don't know why they had to be healthy. It's like when you're sick, it's like, oh, fuck Terminator. He could die, I don't care. My head. But anyway, they got healthy people, which is a good start, and they had them look at these sort of depictions of the possibility of humans and robot hands being harmed by some sort of scissors. Robots, big fans of craft projects. Most people don't know that. And so there's some areas where they're clearly not going to cut themselves, there's some where they are, and they analyzed brain activity during these, and they found that the parts of the participants' brains associated with empathy were active when they viewed both humans and robots in painful situations. However, the EEG results revealed that their brains responded slightly more slowly to the robot images.
Interesting. So they have empathy. It just takes a little longer. They give the human priority, which is good.
Is it?
Well, just assuming, because like if you
That's
cut off
organicist, I think.
if you cut off your finger, you can't replace it as easy as you can cut off like a part.
That's true.
So maybe they were
Perhaps.
going through that entire process in
Exactly,
their
yeah.
EEG results.
I think what it probably is I think that once they identify the robot as like sort of a human-y sort of thing, they feel the empathy for it. But because, I mean, if you look at the picture, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like Johnny Five's hoof or something. Like, it's barely a humanoid hand to begin with. So I think that it takes an extra leap of your brain to say, oh yeah, that's like my hand, sort of, I guess.
Also, I think it takes a second to realize like what it is. Like if you're not, I don't know if they were primed to know that it was a robot hand. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, they might have thought it was like a weird glove.
Maybe they thought it was something.
Chainmail.
I don't know what maybe it's just a piece of artillery.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that hand is going to do crafts, going to make some origami, and then it's going to rain destruction on Paris. But anyway, I think that this is interesting, and also I don't think it's that surprising. I mean, I think that we've seen, like, growing up, I think that kids bond with toys, things like the Aibo and stuff like that. Like, they see it as being dog-like, and the closer it gets to...
Animal that like used to talk back and like supposedly it like responded to you, but it
Tucumilmo.
was like, yeah, no worries.
Tucumilmo.
Maybe I think I had like a less creepy version of that in like doll form or something like that. But it's sort of the same thing. Like if you have something that can slowly interact with you, develop feelings for it, and then you can then empathize for it. So it makes sense to me, even though I'm a little against some of the robot.
You're worried that
evolution.
that hand is going to suddenly start to grip things? Like a weapon or a pen? And it's going to write articles about how it should be freed, perhaps. No. Anyway, so we've also seen that people can definitely bond with sort of robotic characters. Like R2-D2 is barely humanoid at all, but people feel a lot of affection for this robot. Or the BB-8 from the new Star Wars, the little rolling thing. People are already obsessed with it because it's cute.
Or those Roombas that clean your room.
Yeah, Roombas too. You can take these concepts of cuteness and adorableness, and you can apply it to a robot if it sounds a little bit like a humanoid or a human, or looks a little bit like a human. And that people have found, they've done tests with the elderly who have sort of humanoid robots who keep them company and can do some small things around the house for them, and they do start to grow a bond for it. And I think that as they get closer and closer to looking human, I think that slight delay in our feelings of empathy, I think that will go away. I think that...
Or decrease at least.
Or decrease, yes. I already feel really bad when I drop my phone, let alone if my phone had legs and arms.
Aww,
exactly.
little buddy.
Poor guy.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Anyway, does this make sense to you? Do you think you can see yourself feeling empathy for robots, cyborgs, androids in the future? Let us know down below. We'll see you next video.